This is Sam from Uniondale, and you're tuning into another edition of the Sam I Analyze Show. The Knicks are looking for a coach, and they may go big game hunting. Let's analyze. So, Tibbs is out the door, and if you've been following me for a while, I've never been a Thomas Thibodeau fan. I thought Thomas was stubborn. I thought Thomas was only willing to play 7.5 players no matter what. Refused to expand his bench. And not to open up old wounds. I mean, it's only 2 weeks old, 3 weeks old now that 2 weeks they lost to the Pacers. And shout out to those NBA playoffs, that small market team playoff. Supposedly, allegedly, people are not really watching it like that. I don't know. But it is what it is. There will be a new champion. In my opinion, it will be OKC. But I think, obviously injuries to Karl Anthony Towns did the Knicks in. And Thomas's inability to expand a roster, use the entire roster. I think the Knicks play 10, 11 guys. They don't lose game one. They possibly don't lose game two. But that's neither here nor there. Thomas Thibodeau is no longer, the Knicks coach. And there are a lot of names being thrown out there, And the thing with me is I'm a little concerned because the Knicks are looking in other people's backyard. You're hearing about Ime Udoka of the Houston Rockets, Jason Kidd of the Dallas Mavericks, and who else? Oh, Chris Finch. I'm like, wait, what? So I started analyzing. I'm like, wow. I'm like, really? I'm like, and then I'm like, wait a minute. Leon Rose is better than this. Leon Rose is better than this. Usually around this time, this is when the rumors start coming out. This is when this is where people start attacking Leon Rose and basically making him out to be a fool. Now, part of me is like, wait a minute. Is this the move that destroys all of this? Hear me out. You've got no Tom Thibodeau. And I thought all along it was going to be Johnny Bryant right away. And now it's like, wait, who's going to be the next coach? The Knicks are allegedly looking in other people's backyards. They want Jason Kidd, who's with the Dallas Mavericks. And then they want Ime Udoka. Now, these two names are very interesting because you heard Ime Udoka, you heard Jason Kidd. These guys were on the Knicks' radar when they interviewed for the Knicks job before Thomas got the job. And I told you, I liked what I was hearing from Ime Udoka, a guy who is from the Popovich tree, and a guy, I equate him to possibly being like a Johnny Bryant type. From all accounts, people like him, right? And Ime Udoka got his shot, and if it wasn't for some nonsense and extracurriculars with the Celtics, he would have still been there. And Ime Udoka's over there. Maybe the Knicks don't win that series. I'm just saying. But so here's the deal: the Knicks are looking in other people's yards. I feel that the Knicks, I don't buy it all the way. I'm like, you've got guys out there that you can go get. I don't want the Knicks to have to go give up an asset. And what is it? It's going to be money. I don't know what it's going to take. But Ime Udoka, there's no reason for the Houston Rockets to let him go. It would be great for him to be the Knicks coach, but you had your shot at it, right? You went with Thomas Thibodeau. So I don't think that's going to happen. Jason Kidd, as far as we know, there has not been have the Mavericks allowed open the door for the Knicks to talk to him? I don't know. But here's the deal. They've got talent now on the Mavericks, and they are going to have the next big thing, supposedly, in Cooper Flagg. Why would Jason Kidd leave that? Oh, well, maybe Kyrie Irving, because he may not have him for the whole year. According to a few days ago, Kyrie may not play this whole year. I don't know, but you still have Cooper Flagg and you have AD. I mean, maybe he wants to come coach a Knicks team that's maybe younger. I don't know, but I think if Jason Kidd stays with the Mavericks, he's still going to have a competitive championship caliber team in about a year or so once Kyrie is back. That's my thinking. So I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, the rumor is nice. I mean, that's a cool story, but I don't see that happening, y'all. What I do see happening though is there are guys out there that the Knicks can interview, and you guys know I wanted Kenny Atkinson to get the job over Tibbs. New Yorker as well. I liked what he did with the Nets and everything. And obviously you see what he did with Cleveland. I'm like, this guy gets everyone involved. And this was the guy for me, Kenny Atkinson. He's not going to leave Cleveland. He's under contract. So I've got a message to Leon Rose and Worldwide West and Mr. Dolan. Stop looking in people's yards. I mean, these guys are under contract. You know what I'm saying? They're in relationships right now. Stop looking in other people's yards. There are a few guys that are available, and the thing is, the Knicks are in a real weird situation because they are in a weird situation because the statement that the Knicks released was that they are looking to take the next step. So they've got to be very careful the way they move. Leon Rose, and look, listen, if Mr. Dolan had everything to do with the firing of Tom Thibodeau, then maybe Leon Rose will have an opportunity to hire one more coach, maybe another. I don't know, but usually you only get 2 shots at it. So Chris Finch, he's a small market guy. He's got the Timberwolves. Why would he leave? Stop looking in people's yards. There are a few people that the Knicks can look at. Frank Vogel, a champ, a defensive guy, I believe a New York guy. He's out there. Mike Malone, not really a fan because I didn't like what I heard. You know, the players, he lost their ear. The way he just spoke to them, he was wild, disrespectful, and all this stuff. See, I think Malone may have coached his way out of a job for a few years. I'm sorry, that kind of coach or what have you, this generation, they're not rocking with that. So I don't see Mike Malone being the guy at all. I always felt that it was going to be one Johnny Bryant. He was the associate head coach, but he was also the offensive mind behind the Knicks. And I believe as soon as the Tibbs thing happened, which was earlier last week, I thought that, breaking news, the Knicks are going to turn around and hire Johnny Bryant. And it still could happen. But I think when you release a statement saying that you are looking to take the next step, you've got to be very careful, right? Because as talented as Johnny Bryant has shown to be for this Knicks team as of last year, and you saw what he did with the Knicks, and he's never been a head coach, but he's a young and up-and-coming star in the coaching game, right? That's all you hear. He was a finalist for the Phoenix Suns coaching job. I will tell you this. I think the decision will be made by the draft, which is less than 20 days now to go. I think it definitely will be made by then. I think the draft is the 26th and the 27th. So that's what I believe. But who do you guys want to be the coach? I told you, I like Frank Vogel. And I like Johnny Bryant a lot. I know he doesn't have the experience, but I just like some of the plays, and you saw he was running offensive plays. He looks to be a high basketball IQ, great basketball mind. If I could have it my way, though, some of the guys that are, we're looking in their yard, I would have loved to have Ime Udoka, not necessarily Jason Kidd, because I think Jason Kidd has a little bit of Tibbs in him where he over. He plays his guys over 40 minutes, and you saw what happened to Kyrie. Maybe it was he had no choice to do that. I'm not really high on the Jason Kidd bandwagon, but watch that be the guy. They'll find a way, and he's going to be the guy. But there's a guy in Taylor Jenkins, formerly of the Memphis Grizzlies, young guy. He plays his entire team for the most part, a 9 to 10 man rotation, 11 man rotation. I think the Knicks should really consider him. I think he would be the guy. I think him and Frank Vogel, would be my guys, and then Johnny Bryant. That's what I believe. But all these rumors and the Knicks, trying to pry coaches who are already under contract, to me, it makes Leon Rose look incompetent. Like, oh, you fired Tibbs, and then, I'm like, wait, are the Knicks going to regret this move? Like, you fired him and had no plan? That's not the MO of Leon Rose. This Knicks organization under Leon Rose. There's definitely been more of a plan and well thought out. Not only that, but Leon Rose is stealth. You never know what's going to happen. You hear rumors and then boom, out of nowhere, Mikal Bridges is a Knick. How did that happen? Boom, Karl Anthony Towns is a Knick. So now I get to the rumors. The Knicks are, they could have traded for Kevin Durant. They didn't do it, blah, blah, blah. And Giannis, but Giannis has to request a trade. Here are my thoughts on it. Kevin Durant is going to be 37 years young on September 29th. I'm not trading away a Karl Anthony Towns who turns 30 later on this year for 37, soon to be 37-year-old Kevin Durant. That's dumb. That makes zero sense. I'm not doing that. You want to trade for an older guy in Kevin Durant? Then it's going to have to be, you're not going to get what you think. If I'm the Phoenix Suns, and if you're the Knicks, if this is really what you want to do, you're not trading away a Karl Anthony Towns for KD. And then I saw somewhere, it's going to be Mitchell Robinson and OG Anunoby. The heart and soul of the defense? Are you nuts? Not doing that either. Now, Giannis, I'm a big fan, 2-time MVP. He got it from the mud. I know his story in Greece and all this stuff and sharing sneakers with his brother. Listen, Giannis Antetokounmpo, quite possibly might be the best player right now, or top 3 in the NBA, no question. Top 2, depending, right? But I'm not gutting this team for Giannis either. And I think, look, I think the Knicks were right there. I think that's why Tibbs got fired. Anybody with high basketball IQ and analysis, they're like, look, you play 10 guys and you rest the guys and you started doing the changes that Tibbs made in game 3 or 4. Maybe it's the Knicks in the finals right now and Tibbs has a job. So I don't know. I'm of the page of get a good coach, get a guy who's going to be able to orchestrate an offense that will include a Mikal Bridges. I'm surprised Tibbs did not purposely run curl action for Mikal Bridges, a mid-range assassin. I'm surprised he didn't get him involved more and run better offenses. I'm really surprised. And maybe now I think Karl Anthony Towns on the defensive end, I think the knee was a major concern. He was never, we never mistook Karl Anthony Towns for an all-world defensive guy, and I don't think he'll ever make an all-defensive team. As a matter of fact, I doubt it. All right? All-world offensive guy, top offensive guy in this league, no question. Top offensive big man in this game, no question. So my thing is, run it back. Run it back. You're hearing Precious is probably out, but depending on the coach, right? I think Precious and Huckporty, a.k.a. Airport is what I call him. I think you need to have a Precious and an Airport because Karl Anthony Towns is injury prone now, and Mitch, and shout out to the Knicks medical staff and all of this, the changes that they made. They were tops in the NBA. But I think that's what the Knicks need to do. I don't think the Knicks are a player off. I think they're a good coach with a good sound system who's going to be willing to use his complete team and use the young guys. I think if you get that, I think the Knicks are going to be just fine. I think the Knicks are contenders as we speak. I just think they just need to get a good leader. So who's it going to be, y'all? Are they going to continue to peek in people's yards and go get Jason Kidd? Would you rather Johnny Bryant? Or what do you like about the Taylor Jenkins or Frank Vogel? Or maybe there's a coach I'm not thinking about. Let me know in the comments, y'all. Let me know. What do you want to do? Because right now, the Knicks look crazy right now. Look like they have no clue. People are like, oh, they're going to regret firing Tibbs. I don't think so. But I think, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Now it's that time. The Colts have found a new owner. Well, it's going to stay in the family, as Jim Irsay's eldest daughter, Carly Irsay Gordon, will assume the role of owner and CEO, and she is the principal owner. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in, folks. I'm on most social media platforms at Sam I Analyze. Please like, share, subscribe, and you see that notification bell to the right. Please click on that. That will let you know the next time I drop another video. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, à tout à l'heure.